Hello everyone, Wolf1911 here, and today we're going to be having a look at the Game Awards. We're going to be doing they did announce the nominations today, and we're going to be casting our votes, so let's just jump right into it. I'm all logged in and stuff. The Game Awards are pretty cool. It's interesting how I feel like people have always cared about them, but like just in the past years, I feel like there's so much more passion behind what people's favorite games are, who they want to win. So it's cool that like as gamers, there's like a event that people are just hyping up more and more, and taking the time to show their passion about their favorite games and everything. So I'm interested to see I haven't really seen the nominees. I saw like a little bit about it, but I wanted to save it all for the video. So I'm kind of just gonna go through, cast my votes, and talk about it as I go on. It's taking a while to load. I noticed I tried to click on it earlier and it just wouldn't load at all. So I don't know, like that just goes back to how many people are hyped about it. I feel like so many people are trying to log onto this website and get their votes in. But maybe we'll have to come back to it. The Game Awards and the voting process has just been getting more and more popular every single year. So I'm not actually surprised that it's not working right now. But we're back. I was just about to give up recording because the Game of the Year website wasn't loading. And we're back. So let's get right into it. So starting off with the biggest one, Game of the Year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. I know big thing was No Yotai. I mean, I would love to see it here, but these are all great games. You wouldn't really want to take any of them off. So for me, here's a big thing too with the Game Awards. Obviously, this is like the fan voting is just a big popularity vote. Most people who are voting, I don't think have played all of the games. I mean, maybe people have played one or two, but I doubt the fans that are voting have played all of these games. So it's not going to be a completely, perfectly objective vote on like, my experience with all of them and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of preference, like whatever game you played and you enjoyed, that's going to be your vote. So I'll tell you right now, it's for me, it's between Silksong and Expedition 33. I played both those games, but I've heard great things about all of the other. I just haven't played them, but I have an idea about them. So obviously it's going to be biased towards me, but between Expedition and Silksong, it's so tricky because when I think of some of the best games, I always factor in narrative as like a really big part for me. I think a game having a strong narrative is what keeps it in your mind and like has like an impact on you. Like it makes you want to talk about the game with your friends, and or at least for me, like a big narrative is like a real, like it drives in what makes the game special. It's something that I think about. You think about it long after you beat the game. You have an emotional response to it, which I think adds to the experience of playing a game. So you can go about this. I mean, it's hard to vote because then it's like, it's just a video game, right? This isn't best story. This is just best video game. So as a whole. But that being said, I think I had more fun playing Silksong. I think it was everything I wanted to be. It was Hollow Knight, but faster and bigger and more ideas. It was just the best sequel I could possibly ask for, and it was well worth the wait. But Expedition 33's story was just so it's so like you get so into it, and the performances and the characters, they're just so good, and the game is such a piece of art. Obviously Silksong's a piece of art too. That's what I'm saying. It's so hard to say one amazing thing about one game, but both games have that. So I could say, the artwork in Expedition 33 is phenomenal, the music's insane. Silksong has phenomenal artwork and music as well. Expedition 33 for me was one of those games where a lot of time I'll platinum a game because I want to just get all out of it. But I was so content with how Expedition 33 ended, and just my time with the game, just playing the base story and doing some side stuff here or there, that I still haven't gotten the platinum for it. I haven't gone back and done like collectibles or anything like that because I was just like, I just had my fill. So does that take away from it at all? Because Silksong, I just wanted more and more and more. I wanted to do every little thing. I wanted to find every little secret. And the gameplay was more fun for me in Silksong. I mean, I thought the turn-based combat in Expedition 33 was fantastic. I don't remember the last time I even played a turn-based game, but the way that it incorporated real-time elements throughout with like the parries and the perfect dodges, and timing your attacks, do that extra little bit of damage. It was really fun. They executed it phenomenally, and the music is probably some of the best music in any game I've ever played. The performances were incredibly, really, really strong, really heartfelt, and the story was just, I don't want to spoil anything, but like the story was so engaging, and the world that it created was so heartfelt and charming and fun to be in. And again, so much of this stuff applies to Silksong as well. So I really don't know, to be yeah, I fired up this video being like, okay, I'm just gonna go, both games are great, but I'm gonna go Expedition 33 because the story is so amazing. But I don't know, because Silksong, that world was so much fun. It was so interesting to explore all the different nooks and crannies of the game, and the boss fights were fun. And just all the gadgets, the world, it was all like, it went together so well. Okay. I'm going to vote for Clair Obscur Expedition 33 as my game of the year. I think the gameplay was fun. I think the story was just phenomenal. It was so heart-wrenching and interesting, and the performances were so real, and the world and the story and the lore and everything was so beautifully crafted. I've never experienced better like music swelling moments ever. Like when you're about to enter a boss fight and the music swells, and it just changes the entire feeling of the fights and how you're progressing through the world. Silksong does all that stuff great too. Silksong has beautiful, beautiful art. It has phenomenal world design and everything, and all the little secrets. But yeah, there is no buts. There's no buts. It was phenomenal. I was super happy with Silksong. For me though, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, because of the music and the story, how they enriched and the gameplay, like having turn-based gameplay that was just really, really engaging. Not to say that it's typically not, but it's not my go-to type of combat. But having that be so interesting and engaging, engaging. Like, I don't know, Expedition 33, just because of the story and all, it added so much more to the experience for me, and it stuck with me a lot more than it just stuck with me. Again, I don't want to, it's like hard, I don't want to like say one good thing about one game and then put another one like down, but it's the story, because of its richness and the performances, it stuck with me a lot, and it's a very, very special game. Very, very, very special game. I think Silksong was outstanding, and again, shout out to all the other games. I've heard great things about them all. Haven't played them, so I can't speak on them. But I think Clair Obscur Expedition 33 deserves to be a Game of the Year winner. It is it's a very, very special game. Any other year you can give it to Silksong, but if you've played Clair Obscur Expedition 33, you know how heartfelt it is. So that's gonna be my game of the year. It's just beautiful. It's such a beautiful just piece of art game. It feels like you're having like a fine wine or something when you play Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And again, not to take anything away from any of the other games, I love Silksong. I put more time into Silksong. How much more so it's crazy because I have 153 hours on Silksong and only 45 hours on Expedition 33. But in that time, I was so grasped and so interested by the story, and I want to celebrate as a game of the year because of how special it was. So yeah, I'm going to go, Expedition 33. I just thought it was so beautiful. It was unique. It was a standout game. And so let's see what the other categories are, because I imagine Expedition 33 got nominated for legit everything. So another really cool thing too is what Expedition 33 was made by 33 people or something, wasn't it? It wasn't like something funny like that. And then obviously Silksong was made by like 3 people. So that's kind of crazy that the top 2 games I played this year, and what a lot of people think the top 2 games were made by a combined total of 36 people. That's really, really incredible that they were just able to make such artful, masterful, beautiful, engaging, fun games, like just super high quality games from not massive studios. So yeah, we'll go Clair Obscur Expedition 33 game of the year. Next category. Okay. Well, the website keeps having errors, so I guess like so many people are voting, so many people are on, you can't even load the website. Apparently it's been that way for like 6 hours or so. So I thought we'll just join our friend Jeff Keeley here, and I'll just say who I'll vote for in the various categories, and I'll kind of go about it from there. Before I get into it, little disclaimer is obviously I haven't played all of these games, and this being like the fan voting, I think that's fair. I mean, I think most people who are voting for Game of the Year haven't played all of the nominees. They've maybe either played one or two and then just like, root for their favorite one to win. But I think that's what this is. This isn't like some objective, I've played them all for this amount of time, I've beaten them all, and like I can have like a super objective point. If you're a fan, you have that. That's fantastic. Obviously, you want to have like as much, knowledge and thought behind your votes as possible. But for me, I'm just gonna go off of I spent a lot of time on the internet. I'm gonna go off of what I've heard about games I haven't played. Then obviously for the games that I have played, I'll voice my opinions there. But so we'll kind of go through this, and
season is officially here.
We'll I'll pause and we'll talk about like which games I would vote for when they come up, when they show the nominees for each category.
Come together as a community and you can help select the winners by voting at thegameawards.com.
When it eventually loads.
Should we do it?
All right.
Best performance, the nominees are Ben Starr for Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Yep.
Charlie Cox for
Yep.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Erica Ishii for Ghost
She was
of
great.
Yote. Jennifer English
Yep.
for Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
So this whole thing just gonna be Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
And Troy Baker for Indiana Jones
course.
and the Great Circle.
So for the first one here, I'm gonna say right now I haven't played Silent Hill, and I didn't play Indiana Jones. I'm sure Troy Baker did a phenomenal job. He's one of the best voice actors ever, especially for video games. And I'm sure she was great in Silent Hill as well. But for me, it's gonna boil down to the 3 Expedition 33 nominees. So we got Ben Starr, who obviously played Verso, and then how could I forget? Erica Ishii was fantastic. I also really, really liked Ghost of Yote. I thought she did a great job. But for me, Expedition, again, when I say one is better, I'm not putting the other one down. I'm just saying like that one stood out to me, and it was really just, they're all great. They're all great performances, obviously all being nominated. But if you boil it down to the Expedition 33 cast, obviously Charlie Cox playing Gustav, Jennifer English playing Mael, and Ben Starr playing Verso. So, oh my goodness, you cannot go wrong with any of those. Oh my goodness, that's actually so hard to vote. How are you supposed to say which one was a better voice performance? I don't know which one was better. That's what I mean. For this fan voting, if you played Expedition 33, you're probably stressing as much as I have. Like these are hard votes. Verso, Mael, or Gustav. Who I think did the best performance? Who's the best voice performance? No idea. Out of those 3, who was the best? Literally not a clue. I'll say Gustav. I think they're all phenomenal. Gustav for me just stood out in expression, in like the highs. It was more range to it, I think, and again, that's not, it's just because the other characters were just like maybe like Verso was a little more like even keel, so he didn't have to have more range. But like, I'll go with Gustav. He's kind of like the face of Claire Obscure, and I think it'd be cool to recognize Charlie Cox for that. But they're all phenomenal.
33.
So I'll go Gustav though. I'm Gustav. I'll go Ben Starr, so good. I'll go Charlie Cox though for my best performance. Oh my goodness, I don't know actually because Verso's so good and Mael is so good. I'd have to replay the game and just focus on who's the best performance. I'll say Gustav for the video. For this YouTube video, I'll say Gustav. Maybe I stopped recording. I changed my mind, but I'll go with there. Erica Ishii was fantastic though for Ghost of Yote. I really enjoyed Ghost of Yote. They're all good. Mael was fantastic too. They're all good. Okay, best ongoing game. These categories are going to be a lot easier for me, I think, because I'm not comparing like the best performance ever against the best performance ever in the same game. So we'll see.
Final Fantasy 14.
Haven't played it.
Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky.
So starting off with Final Fantasy 14, I haven't played it, so I have no idea. Legit no idea. I'm sure it's great. No clue though. Fortnite is going to be my pick, and I'll tell you why. Fortnite is, I mean, everyone knows about Fortnite. I don't have to explain Fortnite. Everyone knows what Fortnite is. But Fortnite is a game that I have never like fully stopped playing. I have a group of friends, my neighbors, and we all love to just hop on Fortnite on occasion, just, you know, catch up, play a little bit, see if we still got it. And there's always something new in the game. They're always doing some funny season that we're like making fun of or joking around with. There's always new maps. There's always new different things. It's just a game that I always come back to. It's a fun game. It's a free game that all my friends have. And I feel like because everyone knows about it, everyone has it, it's such an easy game to just all hop on and just joke around and have a good game or two in. Like even some friends I haven't seen in a long time, it's like, oh, do you still play games? Like, oh, you know, I got Fortnite or something like that. Load up some Fortnite, have some fun. I always like Fortnite. I think it's funny. I think it's funny with all the different collaborations. We always joke around with it. And so that would be my vote for best ongoing game be Fortnite, just because for me personally, obviously this is, you know, my vote, what I think. It's a game that always has something interesting, always has a reason to go back to. There's always something new, like, oh, do you see it's all Simpsons now? Like there's always something interesting, new Star Wars season. Like there's always something interesting that you want to just at least check out. So I'll go with Fortnite. Helldivers 2, fantastic as well. I platinumed Helldivers. I'm a big fan of Helldivers. I've seen all the updates are fantastic. They do all these big things. I'm just not as, like, I'll see a big update of like some new weapons and everything, and then I'll go onto the game and I'll just see the battle pass and I won't have enough credits for it. I know you can grind free credits and you get plenty to get free battle passes, but to just like see an update and go back in and be like, I don't even like, you know, I don't have it. I mean, it's not that expensive. Like I said, it's all fair, but like, I don't really like, I see it, I'm like, oh, that's cool. They're always updating Helldivers, but it's never been enough to get me to hop in and like, you know, throw some money out to buy the new pass and try some things out. But it's fantastic though. I think Helldivers is super fun, and all the support it gets, it's really, really interesting, really, really cool. I'm just, for me, Fortnite is something that brings me back more than Helldivers. Marvel Rivals is another game that I've sunk an insane amount of hours into. I started playing when it came out and absolutely loved it, and then I stopped playing. And even though they've done a lot of cool characters and everything, it hasn't been enough to get me back into it. And I'll be honest, some of the, I'll say it, bro, some of the skins, like all the bathing suit skins, it's a little much, bro. Sometimes they're doing a little much with all the skins, and it just feels, it's kind of a weird vibe. Like when I played, everyone had like normal skins. Now, some of the skins are very revealing. That's all I'll say. It's a little odd, but I think it's a cool game, though. Obviously, there's not a lot of games where you can just be all of your favorite Marvel characters and have a big battle and everything, and the whole team aspect of it is really fun. I got into the competitive of it and all, and it was good fun and everything. Yeah, again, just not as standout for me as Fortnite.
And
No Man's Sky as well, a crazy story similar to like a Cyberpunk where people just hated on the game, and then as far as I know, it's just been free update after free update after free update. Maybe they've done some paid expansions as well too, I'm not sure. But I hear it's fantastic now. I hear No Man's Sky is a really, really good game now. And, you know, someone voted for this. That's their best. I mean, again, because I haven't played, I can't really speak on it too much. But I've heard great things. I've heard the game's phenomenal. It just gets better and better with all the updates. So shout out No Man's Sky.
For best
mobile game. If I don't see Clash of Clans, because that's the only mobile game I play, don't really have much of an opinion.
The nominees are Destiny Rising.
I'm sure it's cool.
Persona 5, The Phantom X,
I'm sure it's cool.
Sonic Rumble.
Cool.
Uma Masume, Pretty Derby, and
I'm sure it's
Wuthering
cool.
Waves.
So yeah, I won't even vote in that category. I legit have no idea. I only play Clash of Clans on my phone as far as mobile games go, so that's nothing for me.
Here's nominees for best art direction are Clara Obscure,
I don't know the nominees, but for me, it's this or Silksong. Those are the two big games I played this year that are probably going to be nominated.
Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2.
Death Stranding 2, phenomenal as well. The engine it uses is, it was the Decima engine. Gorgeous engine. The same engine they used for Horizon Forbidden West. Some of the best graphics you'll see. I don't even think it has ray tracing either. I think it uses baked lighting. And just some of the best graphics you will see on console. Probably the best. So I can imagine the art direction with Kojima. He's always got some crazy cool ideas. makes perfect sense.
On the Beach, Ghost of Yote.
Ghost of Yote is a gorgeous gorgeous game too. That's I didn't know Ghost of Yote would be nominated. That's really awesome to see. I mean, it makes perfect sense that it is. Beautiful game. The grass alone should be nominated. Just the grass should be nominated. That's fantastic stuff. Yeah, gorgeous game. Bright colors, super vibrant. Hades 2 probably also has super good art direction. Hades 1 I really like. Super stylistic, super fun. All the art designs of all the different gods are always very interesting. So I'm sure Hades 2 is more of that, more of that good stuff.
And Hollow Knight Silksong.
Silksong, gorgeous as well. I mean,
for best score.
Okay. So for me, it's gonna be between Silksong and Expedition. I'm gonna go with Expedition because Silksong's, again, when I say one thing, I'm not taking away from anything else. Okay, it's just like me just gassing the one thing and leaving the other thing also being amazing here. It's nothing's taking away from anything. For me, Expedition 33, just the world and the ideas and the way everything, I mean, if you played Expedition 33, you see how fantastical it is. I just think it was such a incredibly inspired, interesting, mystical, engaging art style. I thought it was gorgeous, and it works so well with the game, and they use the art and the music and everything goes together to make that game such a masterpiece. So I'll go with Expedition 33 for my best art direction. I just thought it was, I haven't seen a lot of games like it. I just thought it was so interesting and beautiful.
Best score in music.
Okay, best score in music, I'll tell you right now, Expedition 33 is the best music I have ever heard in any video game ever. Number one. There's a good amount of games that I like to listen to the soundtracks to. I know, very, very gamer of me. I listen to video game soundtracks, but some that come to mind, Lies of P, God of War Ragnarok. Oh, there's others. I just can't think of the top of my head. I mean, Cyberpunk. I like the Cyberpunk music, but for me, Expedition 33 is, the game is so strongly tied in with the music. I mean, there's it's just the way you go into a boss fight and the music swells and brings you into the fight, and it's so front and center and adds so much to the gameplay and so much to the combat. That game, for the music alone, it puts it in like a Game of the Year nominee. It is so good. I've listened to the music so many times on YouTube and on my phone and everything. Truly, I mean, obviously there's recency bias, but I mean, genuinely my favorite video game score music in any game I've ever played. So let's see what the nominees are, though.
Up by Spotify. The nominees are Christopher Larkin for Hollow Knight.
Silksong, gorgeous, beautiful scores, all the different areas. So cool how they can get the music to reflect the environment so well and just further immerse you in that and give all the different areas a distinct feel.
Silksong. Darren Korb for Hades.
Hades 1 had fire music. I'm sure Hades 2 has fantastic music as well.
Hades 2. Lorian Testar.
Beautiful.
For Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Toma Otoa for
Ghost of Yote was a vibe. I love the whole, it was almost like a spaghetti western. I heard someone, they described Ghosts of Tsushima like you're playing as Batman, and Ghosts of Yote like you're playing like Boba Fett. So it like what it is, it has that like bounty hunter walk into a saloon, look around, that like down like the I don't know the name of the instrument, but the shamisha, you know what I mean. Beautiful instruments, so many cool songs that fit the tone and the theme of the game so well and really make you feel like a mystical, mercenary who so many people fear and has such an aura about them. Beautiful music.
Ghost of Yote and Woodkid and Ludwig.
Don't know anything about Death Stranding 2's music, but I know Kojima, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's great, or else it wouldn't be nominated. Kojima does such a good job with the art of Death Stranding, and his imagination is obviously like so celebrated. So I'm sure he made got Woodkid and Ludwig to do some phenomenal music for this game. I just don't know anything about it.
Big Four Cell for Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. The best audio design.
Best audio. Okay, let me see the nominations.
My nominees are Battlefield 6.
Battlefield 6 has really good audio. Just playing the beta, you hear like little rocks. When there's an explosion, you'll hear rocks like blow by you, and you know, your gun, you'll hear the bullets falling on the ground. There's just so many little sounds that immerse yourself in that war, that fight, that just really sell the experience. Obviously, Battlefield 6 really prides itself on grounded, real, gritty, like war combat, and the sound design is impeccable. I mean, just any little sound you can hear. I mean, phenomenal sound design. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. So the audio is fantastic, but for me, it was the music was the real standout. The audio is obviously great, like all the deflecting noises and the parries and but again, it's the music. It's the music that's what really stands out for me. It does have phenomenal audio design in general. But I guess I'm just thinking, when I think of audio design, I guess I'm thinking of like sound effects. But audio design encapsulates balance too, right? Like how loud the voices are compared to the music and the combat. It's just like the audio, like the technical side of it as well, right? So it does a phenomenal job at that. I was just thinking of like sound effects. The first thing that comes to my mind.
Edition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, and Silent Hill.
I'm sensing a pattern here. Ghost of Yotei has some great sounds as well. But for me, as far as standout audio, when you're playing Battlefield 6 with a headset on, you feel it. You really feel like you're in the fight. All the different explosions, the yelling, you're hearing the comms, they're going after C, they're going. It really, really immerses you. So just to celebrate that, I'd go with Battlefield 6 for my best audio design, because it just sound effects. If I'm going off like sound effects, that's what comes to mind. Claire Obscure Expedition 30 is obviously just a masterpiece in every single way. So like that's you know, when I say best audio, I think about like the little things like that, little like fine details and everything of like your feet walking, you know, bullets falling from the gun. So I'll go with Battlefield 6 for best audio.
33, Death Stranding 2 on the
Sure, Death Stranding 2 is great. Ghost of Yotei was super good too. The swords clashing, the wind blowing, the music. I guess music is more on the music side of it, but yeah, phenomenal job as well. And I'm sure Silent Hill F was good. I heard it's good stuff. Yeah, I'll go Battlefield 6 though, just because it stood out to me, the sound effects when I played it. Yeah.
Here are this year's nominees for Best Adaptation: a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell.
I didn't even know about a lot of these.
The Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn. For Best Narrative,
I wouldn't even vote on that category. I don't watch a ton of like shows like that. Obviously, I'm sure they're all cool. Last of Us, people are upset about, like, you know, I know some people complain about The Last of Us, but like I've seen clips, it looks pretty cool. Minecraft movie was obviously pretty jokes. I didn't see it, but like I'm sure it's fun. But I wouldn't vote on that category. Me personally, like, I just don't. I'm not tapped in enough. I haven't seen any of them.
Standing nominees are
best narrative for me is going to be Expedition 33. I mean, it's like that story. I'm not going to talk about like spoilers or anything. But it sticks with you. I feel so strong about the story. I'm definitely gonna replay the game again at some time just to really take it all in. But it was it really sits with you. It's very emotional. It's very strong. The performances, the music, everything's so brilliantly put together. But that narrative was so interesting. That's actually crazy. So my camera just ran out of storage. Like I use like an iPhone camera, ran out of storage. Bro, I had 30 gigabytes of videos and recently deleted, because I basically record on the phone then turn it to my computer, and you guys don't really care. But anyways, like 30 gigabytes and recently deleted, so that's crazy. Anyways, yeah, best narrative, Claire Expedition 33. I thought it was such a beautiful story. In fact, just looking at the game now, I'm probably gonna replay it. I just love it so much, and you gotta play it. You gotta play Expedition 33 or watch a YouTube video of it. The story's phenomenal. Yep, that's gonna be my vote for sure, obviously. Sure, it's good. Ghost of Yotei was a very fun story. I thought it was really cool. I liked how it was paced, how you go into the different regions, you're hunting down different members of the Yotei 6. I thought it was very cool. I thought it was a fun story.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I've heard this is the first we've seen of Kingdom Come Deliverance in these nominees. I've heard great things about Kingdom Come Deliverance. It makes me kind of want to play it. I initially thought it looked a little scuffed, like the combat or whatever. I thought it was just one of those. I thought it was just all talking, but it looks like it's almost more of like a Skyrim, but like based in reality. So that's pretty interesting, actually. But I'm sure it has a cool story as well.
And Silent Hill F.
Silent Hill F's probably cool too.
Best community support celebrates game developers who continually and transparently engage, support, and respond to their players. This year's nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky.
So this is like how well the devs like talk to their community support, you know. It's like how often they actually acknowledge their player base and like go off stuff. From what I see here, I'm sure they're all great. I don't know a lot about them. Fortnite I feel like just has their own agenda. Like I'm sure they listen to their players, but I think they just know what they're doing. Same with Helldivers. I mean, I guess they're like balancing and stuff like that, but with Fortnite I feel like they know what they're doing. They're not too worried about people say. I mean, they always do their feedback and stuff. I'm sure they have good support and everything. With all these, No Man's Sky stands out to me a little bit just because I think they're adding whole gameplay mechanics and big things that the community asked for that really change the experience of the game. I think a lot of the other ones are just updates and balance changes and maybe some ideas here and there. But I think No Man's Sky, like it's almost like the fans have become part of that development. Again, I don't know too much about it. But from what I've heard, I'd probably go with No Man's Sky as my vote just because I feel like they've really become like part of the team and shaping that game to what it is today, which is very cool.
Your nominees for
Games for Impact
are Consume Me, Despelote, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight, and Wonderstop.
I haven't played any of those games, so I really don't know. Shout out to all those games though. I haven't played any of them.
In the category of best
multiplayer,
nominees are Arc Raiders.
People love Arc Raiders. People love Arc Raiders. I played the beta. I thought it was cool. But I don't know. It's kind of just the idea of it has grown on me, seeing more and more like TikToks and content about it. How you can have so much of your own fun. I feel like you can just go into, if you're playing solo, you just, you hop in. If you're not too social, maybe you kind of want to do your own mission. You really have to. I feel like a good part of it is to embrace the social aspect of the game and like, yo, don't shoot, like team up. You want to help me take this out? I think it's very cool. And I think Arc Raiders is, I would be mad at this. Well, let me see all the rest of the nominees.
Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction.
Okay, so I'm yet to play Split Fiction. I've played Arc Raiders.
Battlefield 6,
played Battlefield 6.
Elden Ring Night Rain,
played Night Rain. Really like Night Rain.
Peak
is hilarious. I watched one of my favorite YouTubers do Peak with his friends. It looks so funny. Like you can have such a good time on that.
Split Fiction.
I wonder, because this is going to be a big popularity contest. So like I would love to see a game like Peak win. But Arc Raiders and Battlefield have insane support. Like the player counts for those games are insane. It's probably going to go down to one of those two. I also love Night Rain. I think Night Rain's such a good time. It's such a vibe. But I played Night Rain like a single player game. I mean, I played trios with randoms, but none of my friends have it. So I mostly played by myself, so I didn't really think of it too much of a multiplayer game. But I enjoyed it. But yeah, Arc Raiders or Battlefield, and I'd probably vote for Arc Raiders just because I really like Arc Raiders or Peak for me. Because I really like how different it is and how like Arc Raiders is like similar to being like an extraction shooter, similar to like it's got like almost like a Tarkov vibe, except it is a lot more approachable. You can go in with a free loadout and stuff like that. There's like little missions. Because you're just like extracting, it's like all broken up small. So you're never going to have like a massive, too massive of a loss or anything. It's a lot more approachable. And I think it's really gripped the community and a lot of multiplayer people. And people are really enjoying it. There's super fun content on it. You can make a lot of friends on it. You can make a lot of enemies on it. I think it's a really interesting game. And then Battlefield 6 is obviously basically like the return of Battlefield. I mean, Battlefield's always been fun, but this game feels as close to Battlefield 4 as any Battlefield I've played. So yeah, fantastic game. Fantastic. No COD. Good. No, I'm kidding. Don't want to spark a whole battle. I have heard that I haven't played. I only played the beta on Black Ops 7, but I have heard that it's good stuff, despite the a lot of the internet hating COD. Battlefield 6, yeah, super fair. Night Rain. Night Rain's a good time, but yeah, for me, I think of it more as like a single player game. Peak's hilarious. Split Fiction's probably fire too. I played It Takes Two. So I imagine Split Fiction is just as good, if not better. I mean, that game was super fun. It's a super fun multiplayer game. Obviously, only two people, still multiplayer, but just two players max. But yeah, that's a tough one to vote for. I think I'd go with Battlefield 6 is pretty exciting, but arc rate is just really interesting. I think it's, again, I like to reward like standout uniqueness to a game. You know, arc raiders is really different from what we've seen in recent years, so I think that deserves to be celebrated. So I probably go arc raiders for best multiplayer.
Best independent game celebrates games with a high degree of risk tolerance, produced outside the traditional publisher system. Those nominees are Absalom, Ball Pit, Blueprints, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight.
Banger indie game lineup this year. Just obviously Silksong, Expedition, and I think Hades 2 all being nominated for Game of the Year is just insane. Blueprints as well, I've heard is like, people say it's like the best game ever. I don't know too much about it because I heard it's like a bit of a puzzle game, so I don't want to know too much about it in case I do end up playing it. But for me, I'm gonna go with Expedition 33 just because it was their debut game, right? That's insane. But of course, Silksong's phenomenal. So many good indie games.
Absalom.
I don't know much about Absalom. I know a little bit about it. Very interesting game. Very cool. Don't know anything about Ball Pit. Blueprints hurts the best thing ever. Clair Expedition 33. Clair Expedition. I can just say it over and over again, bro. I love the game. I think it's phenomenal. One of the best games I've played. Like, it's just such a beautiful art game.
Expedition 33.
Hades 2. I'm sure is fire. Played the first one.
And Hollow Knight.
Silksong's everything you could possibly ask for in a sequel. It's better in every way. It's just amazing game. I'll go Clair Obscur Expedition 33 just because it's their first game. That's a real standout. It's very impressive, and a small studio. Obviously, Silksong, super small studio as well. Very impressive indie games. Very impressive indie games this year.
Silksong. Best debut indie game recognizes a development team that hasn't won a game award before. In fact, these teams published their first game this year. The nominees are Blueprints, Clair Obscur.
Okay, so that's basically so they have their own category for Expedition 33 to win. It's like, obviously out of the debut games, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 for sure.
Expedition 33, Despelote,
Dispatch, interesting too. I've seen lots of stuff on that. Looks like a TV show, honestly. It looks really well done.
And Megabonk.
Don't know about Megabonk, but I'm sure it's jokes. I'll go Clair Obscur Expedition 33 for both categories. What was the other one? Best indie game and then best debut indie game. Yeah, I'll go Expedition 33 for both. Just phenomenal. But I guess I want to change my reasoning though, because I can't really say, because it's their first game, because they have their own category for that. But nonetheless, everything I say about all the praise I give to Clair Obscur Expedition 33, I'll still give it its flowers for my vote.
For best VR AR game, the nominees are Alien Rogue Incursion, Ark Age, Ghost Town, Marvel's Deadpool VR, and The Midnight Walk.
Only one I know about a little bit is Midnight Walk. It looked really interesting, but I don't play VR games, so I don't really have a big stance. I'd skip the vote on this one, but some good stuff. VR is interesting. Was it last year they had Arkham, the Arkham VR game? That one I voted for just because I saw so much gameplay about it. It looked really impressive, but won't vote for VR this year. I don't have enough knowledge on it, but interesting stuff. VR is always doing something interesting. There's always some new things coming out. The Assassin's Creed game came out, I guess, last year too. That was pretty cool.
For Content Creator of the Year.
Wolfo. I'm joking.
Kai Sanat, Moist Critical, Sakura Miko, and The Burnt Peanut.
I don't even know. I guess you gotta give it to Kai, right? You know, he did his big subathon. That was quite the event.
Kai Sanat,
Moist Critical. I used to watch Moist Critical too. He's cool.
Sakura Miko.
Don't know much about the other ones. I saw like 2 clips of Burnt Peanut. He seems funny. He seems funny. But I guess I probably wouldn't vote on this one either. I'm not like I don't know too much about it. But I'd probably go with Kai, and it was a pretty crazy that big stream he did.
Peanut. Part of the Game Awards is looking forward to what's next, and don't worry, we'll have lots of games to announce for you on December 11th. But what's the most anticipated upcoming game? Here are the nominees based on currently
GTA 6.
Announced titles. 007 First.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good though. The 007 game, made by IO Interactive, the people behind Hitman. Hitman's a phenomenal game. It's gonna be really cool to see them, do something different, but still with same ideas. But obviously GTA 6. Obviously, it's literally the most anticipated game ever.
Grand Theft Auto 6. Marvel's Wolverine.
Marvel's Wolverine is going to be fire as well. Big fan of the Insomniac games. Big fan of the Insomniac games. It's going to be gas. Resident Evil 2. I'm too scared to play the Resident Evil games. Just don't really play horror games. But I always watch playthroughs of them. And the last two, like, what was it, 7 and like 8 or whatever, have been phenomenal. So I'm sure this one's going to be just as good.
Resident Evil Requiem and The Witcher 4.
Oh my god, I forgot about The Witcher 4. Witcher 4 is not coming out next year, though, is it? No, I don't think so, but I'll still vote for dude, bro, my favorite games ever is like The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk. So CDPR, Witcher 4 is going to be insane, but I think you have to go with GTA 6 just because, I mean, it's been anticipated for like 600 years, so like, you gotta go with that. But Witcher 4 is going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited for that.
The best action-adventure game nominees are Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hollow Knight Silksong, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Split Fiction.
I'll go with Silksong. I did also really like Ghost of Yote was super fun. Great sequel as well.
Hollow Knight.
I heard Death Stranding 2 was great as well. Obviously, Indiana Jones was very cool. I thought Indiana Jones ended up being way better than I thought. I didn't get a chance to play it yet, but from what I've heard, it's way better than I thought it was. So that's really cool. But I'll go with Silksong, dude. Silksong's gorgeous game. Music, art style, boss sides, You've heard me talk about it already. I'll go with Silksong for best action adventure.
Silksong, Split Fiction.
Split Fiction is probably super fun too.
For best role-playing game,
best
the
RPG.
jury selected Avowed.
When I think of a role-playing game, I often think of a game where you create your own character, but then that's not actually what a role-playing game is. So a role-playing game is where you take on the role of a character. But it's like, if I'm playing Battlefield, is that an RPG because I'm taking on the role of a soldier? Like, no, I'm joking. But like, obviously, if I see Claire for Expedition 33, I'm probably voting for it.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
See, this is interesting. It's one of like where my lack of, because I haven't played it, it kind of hurts it a little bit. Because maybe Kingdom Come Deliverance has better RPG, like it's a better RPG because you can make more decisions and really embody the character a lot more. So I wouldn't be mad if that like won because of those reasons. I just don't know enough about it.
2. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Again, don't know about Monster Hunter Wilds either.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds 2 looks fun. I haven't played either of them, but they look fun. But I'm going to go with Claire for Expedition 33 because even though you're not like creating your own character or anything like that, you really feel the character's emotion and you can really like play into that. But Kingdom Come Deliverance, I think it's like a much more traditional RPG where you are making decisions and really impacting the story. So I wouldn't be mad at that one. But I mean, obviously I'm going to say Expedition, but that's interesting though. That's interesting. When you really think about like obviously you have like your favorite game, but when you think about it on a per category basis, it's like, yes, Claire Expedition 33 is my favorite game, but is it a better RPG than this game? It's interesting to think about.
For your best fighting game, the nominees are 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtua Fighter 5.
I don't play fighting games at all, to be honest. I try different genres and everything. I don't try too many genres, to be honest. I usually play the games I enjoy, but I can't. Yeah, I'm scuffed at fighting games. I really, they're so challenging to me. Like, dude, I remember I got Mortal Kombat 11 from like GameStop, and I took it back like the next day. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do the combos. I was playing like noob Cybox. I thought he was cool. I was getting absolutely rolled. I just don't do fighting games, so won't be voting on this category, obviously, but shout out to the fighting games.
Revo World Stage. The nominees for Best Action Game are Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages.
Ooh, good seeing Doom. The first one was phenomenal, like the whole like noob. Again, I haven't played Eternal or the Dark Ages yet, but I really like Doom 2016. That's a fun action game, just pure action, obviously.
Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and
Ninja Gaiden 4 mentioned.
Art.
Hades 2 is, if it's anything like Hades 1, it's probably fire. Obviously, Battlefield 6 is pretty fantastic.
Game are
I don't imagine the campaign's too crazy from what I've heard. I'm sure it's like serviceable and fine. But obviously it has very good action.
6, Doom the Dark Ages.
Doom the Dark Ages is probably insane action. I love how fast paced Doom the Dark Ages is, and it's just, I mean, Doom 2016 again. I haven't played it, but it's just always pushing you to play aggressive and everything. They have like the glory kills and all that stuff to gain health. So based on my like knowledge of what I know about these games, I'd probably go Doom just because it's like super aggressive. But I haven't actually played it, so I don't have like a very strong opinion. But again, this is the fan vote. Most people who play these games. These aren't the game critics and everything who have played all of the games for a certain amount of time. This is just kind of what's your favorite, what you've heard and everything. So I like Doom. I think Doom's a fun game. Hades 2 is probably great action too. But I think Doom's super fun. I just love the pace of Doom. Ninja Gaiden 4 looks cool as well.
And Shinobi.
I don't know much about Shinobi Art of Vengeance, but shout out to that.
Innovation and accessibility celebrates games that are making our industry available and enjoyable to more people. The nominees for innovation and accessibility are Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atomfall, Doom the Dark Ages, EA Sports FC 26, and South of Midnight.
Okay, I do know about South of Midnight. That was that game that has the really cool like stop motion art style. I remember seeing about that. That's interesting. Accessibility though is hard because I've only played Shadows out of these ones. It's hard for me to vote because I remember voting on this when I think it was Last of Us Part 2 came out, and that game was incredible in accessibility. You could literally play that game blind. It had so many like sound cues and different effects and everything. Assassin's Creed Shadows also has a large settings menu of really good effects. I don't know, or really good like accessibility options. I don't know how far it extends, like how accessible it can really be, like how straightforward it can make certain mechanics and how many things. Like obviously the typical like button mashing you can opt out of and all that stuff, but I wonder like how far it actually goes. And I just don't know enough about the other games.
EA Sports FC.
Like I know EA like FIFA or EA Sports 26, they've had good accessibility options for a while. Obviously being a more straightforward like soccer game, you're able to simplify things a ton. So I probably won't vote on this category just because I don't know about them all enough. Like I really don't. But from what I've heard about FC, I don't like the past ones. I don't know about FC 26 in particular, but I've heard that you can literally play the game with one hand with two buttons. That's incredible to be able to just have boiled the game down to such simplistic controls that anyone can play it is really, really impressive. So maybe I'd go with FC 26 if I had to vote.
26 and South of Midnight.
Yeah, again, don't know. South of Midnight looks like a beautiful game. Not sure how the accessibility works on it, but if it's nominated, I'm sure it's pretty good.
Next up, Best
Family Game.
Nominees are Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I didn't even know this was. Is this Again, I don't know. I didn't think it was multiplayer or anything, but maybe it has split screen.
Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World,
Just don't know.
Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Split Fiction.
Yeah, I haven't played any of those games. Mario Kart's obviously always like a big standout for like. Lego Party is. I don't know about Lego Voyagers. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know much about Lego Voyagers. Even just a quick little Google search, I'm not too sure about it. Lego Party is Lego Mario Kart World. Obviously, Mario Kart's a classic. Everyone likes to play Mario Kart, and I mean, yeah, it's always a really fun family game.
Kart World, Sonic
Racing, I've seen it. Looks fun.
And Split Fiction.
Split Fiction, obviously, just two people, but that's a really fun family game to play like together. Obviously, depending on how big your family is, this isn't much of a family game. It's only for two people, I think. Yeah, I probably would skip the voting on this one. I just don't know enough about it. I haven't played them all. I don't know how multiplayer co-op they really get. Lego Party's cool because it's like they saw Mario Party and they're like, no, we can also just do that kind of game. And like I feel like Mario Party is the only game that's really been doing that for a while, so that's cool to see. Lego took a shot at it. I wonder how good it is.
Lego Voyager.
I don't know anything. What is Lego Voyagers? I literally Googled Lego Voyagers a second ago, and I just still have no clue what the gameplay is. Okay, so this looks like a co-op puzzle game that's probably pretty fun, actually. Mario Kart's always a classic. Sonic Racing, I heard, is very fun. I've seen some clips. And Split Fiction is probably excellent for two people. I'd probably go Split Fiction because it looks fun. But actually, I don't know. That's a tough one. Like I haven't played them all.
Fiction. The best sim strategy game nominees are The Alters, Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, and 2 Point Museum.
All I really know about is a little bit about Civ. Haven't played any of them. Won't be voting on the category. Shout out to all of them. I'm sure they're all fun.
These games are nominated for Best Sports Racing Game. EA Sports FC 26, F1 25, Mario Kart World, Rematch, and Sonic Racing Cross World.
Haven't played any of them. I'm sure they're all cool. I'm sure they're all fun.
Now the nominees in our 3 esports categories. Starting with
Esports.
Best Esports
I'll tell you right now, I probably won't be voting on this. I'm not too tapped into the esports scene.
Game. The nominees are Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant.
Mobile Legends Bang Bang. I'm not tapped in, bro. It's probably gonna be a CS:GO or Val though. Not Val. CS:GO or League though. Like those games are insanely popular.
The nominees for Best Esports Athlete are Brock, Chovy, Forsaken, Kakaru, Mena RD, and Zywoo.
Shout out to all of them. Shout out to all of them.
And for Best Esports Team, our Special Esports Committee nominated these teams. Gen G League of Legends, NRG Valorant, Team Falcons Dota 2, Team Liquid PH Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Team Vitality Counter-Strike 2. Okay, we're
Shout out to all of
almost
them.
done. First, Best Game Direction recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominees are Claire Obscure Expedition 33,
Yes, for all the reasons I've already said 10 times.
Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Split Fiction.
Actually, let me talk about game direction a bit more. If that's in talking about like their idea for the game, Expedition 33 in particular stands out because it's turn-based and because that's not the typical type of gameplay you have these days. Because they made it so interesting and so interactive, I think that's very, very cool, and I think that adds a lot to the direction of the game to go out on a limb on gameplay that people aren't usually too excited about and just execute to such a high degree.
And now it's the big one. GOTY, Game of the
GOTY,
Year.
I haven't heard you
Recognizes the
referred to
game
as that.
the absolute best experience to players across all creative and technical fields. For this year's awards, our global TGA jury has selected the following 6 games as the nominees for Game of the Year.
So I already yapped about this a bunch at the start of the video, but I'll just touch on it a little bit here too.
Claire Obscure,
I think Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is going to be my game of the year. Its combination of interesting, unique gameplay, like you don't see it too often. It's incredible story. It's phenomenal, best music I've heard. Phenomenal performances. It's art. It's just as a whole, I think it executes superbly on so many fronts. Yes, I prefer Silksong's gameplay more, but I think celebrating Expedition 33 for how special it is and how it stands out because of its being so unique and so inspired. I think that should be celebrated.
Death Stranding,
Death Stranding 2, haven't played. I'm sure it's great.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Haven't played it, sure it's
from
great.
Nintendo, Hades 2
I haven't played it. First one was great. I'm sure this one's great.
Hollow Knight Silksong.
Silksong is so good, though. Silksong is so good. How interesting the world is to explore and just... I'm proud to say I got... What was it? I think I got 94% completion, completely blind, which just shows like how... And I have 150... What did I say? Like 153 hours on the game. That game just has so much content for such a small entry price that you just have to tip your hat to it. And if it won Game of the Year, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be upset at all if it won Game of the Year. It's just Expedition 33. That story adds so much to it. It adds a lot to it. Not say Silksong has a cool story. Obviously, that's not the focus of the Metroidvania, but it has a fine story. It's fun. It's cool. It's interesting. The lore is interesting too. Yeah, that Expedition 33. Even though I prefer the gameplay of Silksong more. Yes, this is the Game Awards and this is the Game of the Year, but it's hard because when you're taking so many different... A game has so many different aspects. You have voice performances, you have music, you have art, you have the gameplay loop itself, the gameplay mechanics. There's so much that goes into it that it's easy to be like, okay, well, this is a more fun game to play, then shouldn't this be the best game? Because it's like, okay, the game I probably have the most hours on this whole year is Call of Duty Black Ops 6, but like that's not my game of the year. It's just because you can sink a lot of time into it and play it with friends and it's super casual and everything, so you just end up putting a lot of time into your grinding camos or whatever. But Expedition 33 I played for 45 hours, and that 45 hours is something I will remember for so long. It leaves such an impact on you with its storytelling, its gameplay mechanics, its performances, its music, its art, its direction, that I think it's a standout. I think it's really, really, really special. Again, not to take away, not to say this is really special, this one's not. I love Silksong. Love Silksong. Cannot wait for like a boss rush God Home update and stuff just to fight new bosses, fight those bosses over and over again. I think the gameplay is super fun, super fast, super good. Improves on every single way from Hollow Knight. But yeah, no, Expedition 33 is very, very special to me. It just feels like it has that specialness to it.
From Team Cherry and Kingdom Come.
Check out Kingdom Come Deliverance to Her, it's great too.
From Warhorse Studios. There you have it, your nominees for
There
Game
you
of the
have
Year.
it.
And now that those are there, thanks for watching. I hope to see you live on Thursday, December 11th to celebrate the best and see what's next in video games.
Super exciting stuff. So yeah, if you stuck through this video, I hope you enjoyed. It's fun to just ramble on about games. I love games so much. I think they're always so fun. I think we get so many good games every year. You know, this year as good as any other year. Really, really so many really good titles, so many phenomenal indie games. Dude, to think that next year is gonna have like GTA 6 But yeah, I love talking about games so much. So I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on about them all. And yeah, Game Awards are very cool. Glad to see how it's just gotten more and more popular and everything. And it's fun to celebrate games. They're super good. They're super fun. And we get some really, really good stuff every year. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Later.